Thank you for a very special edition of WWF Championship Wrestling in June 2nd, 1979, based off WWE 2K25. I got a notification like there was somebody kept coming in the chat and I didn't get it. Anyway, oh well. Anyway, if you're joining us live, thank you very much. We got some stuff to cover here, as you can see from our on-screen graphic right here. We just came off the Philadelphia Spectrum. We had two title change hands. The new North American champion Jimmy Valiant will defend the title against Ernie Ladd. Earned a shot with a win over the former champion Ted DiBiase in a non-title match last week. We also have a new world champion, Greg the Hammer Valentine. And that new champion, Greg the Hammer, he got Chief Jay Strongbow breathing down his neck. He got Bob Backlund wanting to find his way into a rematch. We got a lot going on. That match is going to go on second, this North American title match. It is our main event of the evening. We're going to get it on there early. It'll be one fall, 30 minutes for the title. Give it plenty of time. Also, in action on this broadcast here, you're going to see Patterson in action. Nikolai Volkoff will take on Estrada. Ivan Putski in action. Haystacks, Calhoun. I believe Ted DiBiase on the card as well. So, should be some tremendous action here. But we're going to kick it off. It is scheduled to be Chief Jay Strongbow against SD Jones. It is part of our rivalry here with Strongbow and Valentine, so we will see how it goes. I need to clean the wall up here. Let me move my camera around here. I did not realize that spot was there on the wall. I'll have to switch some stuff around. But anyway, let's go ahead and get on with our opening contest, shall we? Okay, post-match steel cage. Why would there be a post-match steel cage fight on? I don't book the crap. I don't know. We'll find out what that means here in a moment. Let's get up to the ring. And our introduction and our opening contest here on Championship Wrestling.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Oklahoma, weighing in at 247 pounds, Chief Jay Strongbow.
Chief Jay Strongbow making his official in-ring return, his scheduled in-ring return, I guess you should say. A couple weeks ago on Championship Wrestling, it was scheduled to be Greg the Hammer Valentine against Andre the Giant, but Strongbow made his way out. He acted like he attacked Andre the Giant in the back. Whether he actually did or not, I don't know the answer to that question. I'm not going to pretend to know the answer to that question. I have my doubts. But Strongbow took Andre's place, had a fight with Greg the Hammer Valentine. They went about 5 minutes before the referee just threw it out because he just lost control. Now Strongbow is officially back, and he got the new world champion in his sights. And every match on this card is important for ranking purposes. We'll talk about that after our introduction.
And his opponent from Mali, weighing in at 260 pounds, SD Jones.
DSD Special Delivery Jones back in the ring here. Okay, we say every match important for ranking purposes. This coming Monday night, June the 4th, Madison Square Garden, the first ever Battle Royal in Madison Square Garden history. That Battle Royal will take place live. And the winner of that Battle Royal is going to get a shot at Greg Valentine and the World Championship. Oh, big right hand there by SD Jones to get the match started. Gonna get some chain wrestling to start, it looks like. Now, most matches, you'll notice in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a time limit. We do try to do time limits like the regular TV broadcast. But we are trying as much as possible to let the rivalry play out, which means not really editing anything that we don't have to edit. Oh, big high knee there by Chief J Strongbow. But at the same time, like, if it doesn't make sense to have a rivalry on the card, we won't do it. Like I was honestly planning on having the Strongbow-Valentine rivalry play out at Madison Square Garden, but Valentine got the championship match coming, has to defend that championship. We've been advertising that top contender stipulation for some time, so we're going to let that play out. Strongbow, that big forearm, he got FD Jones covered early on here, only a count of one. Almost won that match in the opening minute. Maybe minute and a half. Big. Oh, one for that running knee. FD Jones broke out of the way. Flying head kicker, takes him down, nicely done. FD Jones, so far 2-2 in individual competition. He looked to get into that battle royal. Oh, big bolo punch by FD Jones on the floor there. Chief J Strongbow, technically with a no contest in that battle with Greg Valentine a couple weeks ago on television. So looking for his first win. And hopefully he ends up getting it. Here he can stop here by FD Jones. And hey, I'll say it in this case. This particular case here, countout is as good as a win. As a pinfall or commission. You just want to have those win-loss records firmly applied here. Now this will be the only time that we really don't have a minimum matches guideline for a top contender, because we're so new into this. It's only show 5, and only a handful of people have been on every show or close to every show. Right, flying tackle there by FD Jones, and a kick to the back there. FD Jones now cranking on that leg, working on that left leg, left knee. I believe that's the knee that Greg the Hammer Valentine injured. Kept Chief J Strongbow out of action for about 3 months. Now cranking on that, maybe out of desperation there, but Strongbow getting out of that half Boston Crab. Picked up FD Jones, just dropped him throat first on that top rope. Guys, if you are in the chat, I do want to encourage you. If you're watching live, please get involved in the chat, ask questions, comment. We will love the interaction. We'd love to hear from you guys. Strongbow now doing a little bit of a war dance there, maybe. Oh, snap. Strongbow into that top rope from the apron. You need to get back in the ring, though. He can still be counted out on the apron. And I'm not sure why the referee's not counting there, but gliding dropkick by FD Jones. I'm impressed. Yeah, again, we've talked about that before, but FD Jones, in this era at least, not a surprise at all when FD Jones, big body slam there. Not a surprise at all when FD Jones is competitive. FD up onto the top rope, went for the flying body press. Strongbow moved out of the way. Nicely done. Nicely timed there. Oh, knee into the ribs there. Now up on the apron and bringing in. Chief J Strongbow never did anything that athletic in his life. You gotta have some suspension of disbelief here. Oh, big clothesline, running bulldog. And Strongbow going for the cover here. He's trying to get it one with that running bulldog. 2, and he got it. And wait a minute, here comes Greg the Hammer Valentine. Matchup over, an attack from behind by Greg the Hammer Valentine. Calling for the cage to come down. Wait, we get a cage? Tucking underneath, here's Strongbow, steers her right hand to flank, about to backfire. Big right hand knocking Valentine down, and now he can't get out of the cage, but he called for it to come down. Rammed in that cage. Who called for that? I don't believe WWE President Takashi Shinba here. Who called for that? Well, regardless of who might have called for that, Chief J. Strongbow gets the win. With a running bulldog, 4 minutes and 51 seconds, the time I have on that fall here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this thing. I guess we're building to a cage match down the line. I don't know. That's not my goal, whatever the goal is here. But we're getting ready for that feature matchup, our main event this evening. We're getting it on the air early because we have plenty of time for it. North American title on the line here. One fall, 30-minute time limit. The new champion, handsome Jimmy Valiant, will be accompanied to the ring by his manager, Captain Lou Albano. Defending against the number one contender who earned that title shot last week, Big Cat Ernie Ladd. You know Ted DiBiase, the former champion, wants a shot at whoever ends up winning this matchup. We'll have to see how that plays out. But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to get things started. Here we go.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Championship.
North American Championship on the line in this contest. One fall, 30 minutes. Here comes the challenger, the Big Cat Ernie Ladd. We talked about it previously. That last week here on Championship Wrestling, look, a non-title match. Ted DiBiase, then the North American champion, taking on the Big Cat. And I can't call it an upset because it's Ernie Ladd, he's a future Hall of Famer, but Ernie Ladd with that running boot. 6 minutes and 52 seconds, defeating the he's $1 million man in the game, but not technically in real life here. But with Ernie Ladd defeating Ted DiBiase with that running boot in 6:52 to earn this title shot. Well, Ladd did not count on at that point with Jimmy Valiant winning the championship. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring out the champion before we do our in-ring introduction. Jimmy Valiant had been advertised, been offered the title match well in advance. There was talk about pulling him from the match and giving the shot to Ernie Ladd, but the schedule was made no. Valiant was already advertised for the match, give him the shot, just have Ladd take on the winner. And that's what you got here. You got handsome Jimmy Valiant with that gorgeous championship belt, making his way to the ring here. Handsome Jimmy Valiant hoping that his title reign goes past that 7-day mark, and hoping he can get himself into that big battle royal Monday night at Madison Square Garden. Yes, the North American champion does qualify for that battle royal. And it should be a tremendous matchup here. You know what? I can't even say that Ernie Ladd goes shoo-in for it, but he lost Dusty Jones at the Spectrum. So the momentum is actually on Jimmy Valiant's side right now. Let's go up to the ring and for the introduction.
Introducing the challenger from Shreveport, Louisiana, weighing in at 290 pounds, Big C.A.T. And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 251 pounds, the World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Champion, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Putski hand from Jimmy Valiant, holding on to that championship belt. He hands it to the referee. Shows it off to Ernie Ladd. One fall with a 30-minute time limit. Very interesting to see how this plays out. Bell is gone. We are underway. One fall 30. Ladd going for the cover right away. Double leg takedown. Got the leg cooked. Countered by Valiant. Nicely done. Neither man getting a count out of that in the early going here, but both men going for it in the early going. Valiant rocking Ladd with that clothesline, but couldn't knock him down. And Ladd swinging body slam right off the bat there, nicely executed. Yanking away at the eye. Oh, man. Yanked right away on the eye there. Forearm to the back. Whip Valiant in and a boot. Right to the face. Knocking the champion down. The only way Ladd can win the championship is by pinfall or commission. The qualification duck him no good. Count out duck him no good. The match going to a 30-minute time limit. Duck him no good. Valiant with a chop. That did nothing. But Valiant has the wild card at ringside with him of Captain Lou Albano. Oh, look at that claw hold. Look at that claw hold. Valiant trying to fight his way up here. That claw hold doing a ton of damage. Somebody got a sign in the crowd that Captain Lou is drunk. I love it. I love it. Oh, man, that's great. Ladd looked like he was going for the pile driver there. Valiant countering that with a backdrop. Another clothesline again. He can't knock Ladd off his feet. Ladd picking up Valiant. Big couple of big elbows here. Ernie Ladd nearing the end of his run here. He'd love to get that North American Championship, keep himself in the company for a little while longer. I mean, even a count out or a DQ win will probably get him into that Battle Royal on Monday night. There's the whip, catching him. Oh, big sidewalk slam. Ladd is feeling it. Ladd is feeling it here. Less than 3 minutes into the contest. Big running elbow. Ernie Ladd bringing Valiant out to the middle of the ring. Ernie Ladd has been dominant in this matchup so far. With Valiant in that corner again, placing him up on that top turnbuckle. And we saw a few weeks ago Pat Patterson and Gerlowans can break the ring on a superplex like that, but not getting that out of Ernie Ladd. He got Valiant hurt. He just put him away. Oh. That's that Oriental spike, that thumb to the throat. I think we have a new champion here, guys. We do. 3:37, the time, 3:27, I'm sorry, the time of the fall.
Here is your winner, and new World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Champion, Big C.A.T.
Ernie Ladd ends the title reign of Jimmy Valiant in just 7 days. Hitting him with that Oriental spike. 3:27, the time of the fall. Dominant performance. Just absolutely dominant performance by the big cat Ernie Ladd here. I'm trying to take my notes of everything here, guys, so bear with me a moment. Ernie Ladd, Allentown, PA. 3:27, the time. And then make my win-loss record note as well, so that I have that. I think it's pretty safe to say that's probably going to put Ernie Ladd into the Battle Royal on Monday night and probably keep Jimmy out of it, but we'll have to see how the rest of the lineup, how the rest of the show shakes up. And here's an interesting contest here. Ted DiBiase, after that loss of that North American Championship, he said, hey, I want the championship. I want on the show. I want a match. I want to try to get myself at least into that Battle Royal on Monday night. Well, if he wants to get in that Battle Royal on Monday night, he desperately needs to win, and he needs it over a guy who's making his in-ring debut, but did a fantastic job as the special referee. And Greg Valentine's victory over Bob Backlund this past Saturday at Spectrum. Haystacks, Calhoun, the big 601-pounder. This match will be one fall with a 10-minute time limit. DiBiase in my opinion, has to get this win. We will see how this one plays out. Again, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Without any further ado, let's go up to the ring.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 260 pounds, Ted!
And again, if this is your first time joining us, I know he wasn't the $1 Million Man in 1979. He's actually a babyface in 1979. It's just easier to get one guy downloaded. Unless there's clearly an area-specific one available. Which reminds me, I need to check on a new Andre before he ever debuts. Luckily, Andre doesn't wrestle a whole lot on television. And I don't believe he's going to be at the Garden. You know, DiBiase is looking to get a shot to regain that North American Championship.
And his opponent from Kentucky, weighing in at 535 pounds, Haystacks.
535, he dropped some weight. I don't know how much he actually weighed in real life, but he was only built at 601, the big Haystacks here, so. But we're back to our more standard TV matches the rest of the way on this card. One fall, 10-minute time limit the rest of the way. And there's the bell. We are underway. One fall, 10 minutes. Okay, I find it interesting, whoever made these wrestlers, Gorilla Monsoon's got that purple bar before the green. Which basically makes him impervious for the opening couple minutes. We saw that with Ernie Ladd earlier here as well, but not with the Haystack. Kind of surprised there, not gonna lie. And chain wrestling by the big Haystack. Former WWF Tag Team Champion. I believe he teamed with Tony Gurria, if I'm not mistaken. Big jumping knee. Oh, come on! I know we need to suspend disbelief, but come on. Alright, whatever. DiBiase fighting out of that big bear hug here again. I think it's a must-win match for DiBiase. It's Haystacks' first contest. Haystacks' wrestling debut. Again, Haystacks was the referee in that big match at the Spectrum, where Valentine won the world title from Bob Backlund. He called it right down the middle. Did a fantastic job as an official. Yeah, give DiBiase credit for not falling at that Big Mac of man. Running into him like that. Eureka forearm to the back. Double axe handle. Stomping away. I think DiBiase with a little harder edge than what we've seen from him recently. And I think he needs that in a match like this. I think he needs to have that harder edge. Oh, that's a smart move, actually. You know, I get it's a video game. I get that there's a level of... I get there's a level of suspension of disbelief we have to do for that, but I hate that Calhoun doing springboard moonsaults and tip up. DiBiase with that big flying splash. Now that's something he didn't really do in his time, but I could at least believe he might try. Especially in a bit of desperation. Haystacks kicking out of that. I think he was going to try with that springboard again. DiBiase tried to clip the leg out. Got a little awkward collision there. Big forearm smash. And Haystacks. DiBiase tried to go out of the way of that. Again, like, not everybody needs to have all the flippy-floppy moves. These two men are going to trade blows in the center of the ring here. Big chop and punches and slap. I would think Haystacks Calhoun would have the advantage in a situation like this, but hard to tell. You never know in a situation like this. Just backhand and punches and chop. And now that now we got a hockey fight going. Haystacks with a clothesline, another clothesline. Catches DiBiase's foot, leg sweeps behind it. Haystacks feeling it. DiBiase looked like he caught him, but Haystacks fighting back with some elbows. Haystacks go massive that DiBiase, I assume punched him, but it was hard to see him. Oh my God! Big body slam by DiBiase. Now up on the middle rope. Oh, there's that second rope blind elbow. One. Got two out of it. Just two. DiBiase maybe setting him up for that Cobra Clutch. Maybe the Russian leg sweep. There it is, Cobra Clutch. He's got it locked in. This may be enough to get him. And he does. He taps. And I missed the time of the match. It was under 5, 4 something. I will have to go in and get the time of the fall after the fact. I missed it, and usually keep a stopwatch running just to be on the safe side in case I missed it and didn't see it, but I'm going to call it 4:40 for right now. I know we were past 4, but before 5. But Ted DiBiase with that win. Yeah, he is hoping that gets him into that Battle Royal on Monday night. We're not going to know that we're not going to know who's in that Battle Royal until I set that up. That's going to keep Haystacks Calhoun out of it. You're not going to be in that Battle Royal without at least one win. But very good there. Very good rating there. We may have to do, just because we have so few matches with guys, we may just have to do a number of wins and then win-loss record, win percentage after that. I can't really do a minimum number of matches, but... And if that's the case, DiBiase probably, we'll have to figure that out. But let's go to our next matchup, 1 fall, 10 minutes. The great Hossein Arab, the Iron Sheik, coming to Clash with Freddie Black, he'll be taking on Polish Power Ivan Putski. Let's go up to our ring introduction for our next match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik.
And Iron Sheik, again, he's looking to get into that big battle royal at the Garden as well. And he's more likely than not in. Iron Sheik is 3-0 in single competition so far. I can pretty much guarantee you, even if he ends up 3-1, he's probably in. No matter how we get this up. But we'll have to see how it plays out. I love how Streamlabs gave me a notification my micro is unmuted, but
From Warsaw, Poland, weighing in at 245 pounds, Ivar Punk Sky.
I love how Streamlabs gave me a notification. My microphone was unmuted, had no signal. I literally muted it for like half a second because I had to cough. But at any rate, one fall with a 10-minute time limit for this next matchup here. We've already seen the North American title change hands today for the second straight week. Jimmy Valiant with just a 7-day title reign. Every match so important to get into that big battle royal on Monday night at the Garden. Bell is gone. We are underway here. And Sheik getting started quickly here. With a series of punches bringing into that top of that forehead. And I feel bad we really can't advertise this Garden show coming up on Monday night, June the 4th. But it's so difficult because I can't announce matches until I know what the main event is, and I don't know what the main event is until we have that Battle Royal. So, giving for two guys, you think we'd get that spot in there. Putski went for a cover, did not get a count. Sheik able to roll out of that. Putski going to send the Sheik over the top. And does. Now, my dad told stories, a house shows in the past here, where Putski and Sheik, powerbomb onto the apron and then slamming him into the apron again there. My dad told stories of watching a match between the Iron Sheik and Ivan Putski where they were fighting on the apron. Putski knocked Sheik into the ring at 9. Did not make it back in before 10 and actually lost the match with the advantage. Apparently that was something that happened quite a bit back in the day. Counting at 8. Now Sheik might get a count out here. Count out good at the pin. Putski needs to hurry. Referee buying time. Referee, I think intentionally bought Putski time. Didn't want to see the count out either. Putski able to make it back in at the count of 9. Now coming in here, big atomic drop. And sending the Iron Sheik over the top rope to the floor himself here. Goes up for the power bomb. Hey, same thing Putski did to him earlier. Power bomb to the apron and then swinging him into the side of that apron there. And we've yet to see the Sheik actually go hit the camel clutch here. He used the Kaito suplex more often than not for wins. Count of 6, sending Putski into that announcer's table. I think he tried to put him into the ring post, and that got blocked. Putski now whips him down at 8. Now it's the Sheik that's got to hurry up and get back in the ring. There's the count of 9. Now Sheik Blackie on the apron to distract Putski. That's all the advantage Sheik needed there. And apparently, while they were fighting on the floor, Blackie removed that top turnbuckle pad. Referee is working on fixing that right now. Yeah, that's about as close as we've ever had seeing countouts in a WWE 2K game. At least in a CPU ran match. Sheik loading up that boot. There's the kick to the midsection. Oh, now we're gonna get these guys trading blows. Well, Putski bleeding heavily. The blood pouring from a cut over the right eye of Ivan Putski. You wonder how much damage that's going to play as this match goes on. Oh, the Polish hammer out of nowhere by Ivan Putski. And now a clothesline. And a big backdrop by Putski. He is trying to maneuver his way into that Battle Royal on Monday Night. Big spinebuster slam. Going for the cover here. 1, 2. Ooh, does not get much closer than that. Putski trying to get things back in control here. You see Sheik fighting back with those elbows into the midsection. There's an Irish whip. Hip toss. Take them over. Now, middle rope. Gonna climb up to the top rope here. Big flying elbow drop. I think we're going to see that camel clutch. It's the first time we've seen Sheik use that camel clutch in the series. Referee calling for a rope break. I don't know about that call. 5 minutes have gone by. We're halfway into our 10-minute time limit. There's the Kaito suplex. That was a rope break. That was a legitimate rope break. I mean, Putski kicked his foot, kicked the rope like they was getting hooked. That one's legit. Sheik again going for that camel clutch. There's no way. And it's going to come to the ring this time. That's it. That's it. Just tap. Yeah.
Here is your winner, the
Iron Sheik with Freddie Blackie get the win in 5:30 with that camel clutch. In all honesty, I think he should have won the match about 30 seconds earlier. I don't believe Putski was actually in the rope when we had the earlier rope break. But what that does do, Iron Sheik is still undefeated at 4-0. He will definitely be in that Battle Royal at the Garden. And I've had him put Putski to 1-2 in one-on-one competition. Does not look good for him to get that spot. But we got 2 matches to go here, and again, 2 guys looking to get into that big Battle Royal. It's a must-win for young Steve Travis. If he doesn't win this match, there's no way he gets in that Battle Royal at all. Well, Pat Patterson, I wouldn't say he could shoe in even with a loss, but yeah, it doesn't necessarily hurt his chances. 1 fall, 10 minutes for this next matchup here as well. Let's go up to the ring announcer, Mike Rowe, for our introduction.
The following is scheduled for 1 fall, making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Pat Patterson!
Fans not happy with Pat Patterson. You hear one fan. I couldn't have heard what I thought I heard there. There's definitely a fan chanting "Go home" at one point though. Pat Patterson. He has made his intentions clear. He wants that North American Championship that is now held by Ernie Ladd. Ted DiBiase wants that North American Championship. You know, Jimmy Valiant wants a rematch after losing that belt earlier tonight. I think I'm a lot more interested in the North American title situation than I am the world title situation right now.
Steve Travis.
Okay, and here is young Steve Travis from North Carolina. If you don't know that name, if you're a first-time viewer and you don't know that name, don't feel bad. He only got to a certain point in the company, and that was before the expansion, so you may not be aware of him unless you followed him on some of the individual territory. But a young man here with a ton of potential. But not starting off so well. He's 0-2 lifetime in the series in single competition. Although he and Gorilla Monsoon came very close to winning the tag team championship, got the Spectrum last week. You know, Steve Travis would love to be in that battle royal. I don't see that happening, though. I mean, if he gets a win, maybe he can backdoor his way in, but it's going to be tough. He will wrestle with the Garden regardless. Just about everybody you're seeing here is going to wrestle with the Garden regardless of how their matches end up going. Guide headlock here by Steve Travis in the early going. And give himself a little bit of an advantage. Patterson shoved him off, ducked underneath. Leapfrog over the top, nicely done, and big elbow. And Patterson kind of went for a springboard earthquake splash there. If he got Travis, he only got him like the side of the shoulder, did not hit all of it. And the best part about being in the wrestling business, you get the chance to meet some of these guys. Have actual conversations with them. Pat Patterson, I shared a number of conversations with at various Cauliflower Alley Club reunions. I remember one of the first times I call him, I'm walking down a hallway, he's walking the other way. So I go, hey Pat, how you doing? Count of two there by Steve Travis. Pat looked at my name tag and go, oh, you're Jared. You know who I'm asking about you? And I went, no, who? And he go, nobody. I was told that was his way of accepting me. So, one of the funniest human beings on the planet as well, man. That's a delight to be around. Miss Pat Patterson, a great deal. Both men now out on the arena floor here. Again, one fall, 10-minute time limit. And if you're new to WWE, new to professional wrestling, it is a 10 count on the floor. I know somebody who watch wrestling a lot are like, why is he telling me this stuff? Well, but you never know when it's somebody's first ever show. You never know when somebody sees a thumbnail, sees a picture, and decides this is what they want to watch. Count of 7. Travis going to throw Patterson back in the ring. That should prevent the count out here. He's back in the ring as well. But I don't think Patterson hurt that badly. Patterson was waiting on him. Patterson dragged him to the rope. And Grand Wicker just took that turnbuckle pad off on the northwest side. And Patterson looked like he's going to go for a dive here. We called, and he landed it perfectly. We called a couple episodes ago. Crouch Henning looking awesome. I don't know if I'm going to go that far with it this early. I'm trying to remember who Patterson was wrestling. It might have been Dominic DiNucci. But Patterson kept trying high-risk moves and figure 4 leg lock on the floor. If he can keep that hold locked in, he might be able to get a count out of this. Counting at 8. Patterson rolls into the ring. He should take the count out. I think he got it. Count at 9. Referee practically begging Travis get back in. And he's not going to be able to.
Here is your winner,
Pat Patterson by count out, defeating Steve Travis in 2:57. He was accompanied by the Grand Wizard. I should make a note of that as well. Not that that's a big deal in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it was not a good match. Too short to really mean anything, but it does. I would think, is sure Pat Patterson makes that battle royal. Steve Travis will definitely not be in that battle royal at the Garden. I can guarantee that one for you. They definitely have some thinking to do in regards to who's going to get those spots. Because I've got I got a guy who's undefeated but 1-0. Do I put him in there because he's undefeated, but he's only had one match? It's so early. Like, don't know if I can justify doing that, but at the same time, like, he hasn't been getting the opportunities either, so. But at any rate, we got one more match to go here. It's gonna, again, how this match, with plenty of implications for that big battle royal. Nikolai Volkoff will be accompanied by Clacky Freddie Blackie. He's going to take on Hogan Estrada. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. And our final match of the evening. Let's go ahead and go to it. Let's head up to Mike Rowe for the ring introduction.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 320 pounds,
Nikolai Volkoff. Nikolai Volkoff now will be just the second person to appear in every single episode that we've done so far, the other one being SD Jones. Nikolai in all with 4 single matches in the book, a 3-1 record. I would say just taking a quick look at win-loss records, most likely in the Battle Royal. I can guarantee Iron Sheik being in. I can guarantee Tito Santana being in.
And his opponent from Brooklyn, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Jose!
Okay, Estrada making his way into the ring here. Jose Estrada 0-2 in single competition so far, so even with a win, I doubt he gets into the Battle Royal, but who knows? We'll figure out the ranking off air. What I can tell you is that the Battle Royal is going to, whoever is going to be in the Battle Royal, the match is going to go on second at Madison Square Garden this coming Monday night. There's a big clothesline by Nikolai Volkoff to start things off here. He's going to get the pin in like 10 seconds? No, but he came a lot closer than I think he probably should have. Volkoff and then now... Oh, nice little show of strength there by Jose Estrada. Very nicely done. Knee lift by Nikolai, sending him down. Okay, so we're looking at... it looks like a 9-match card for the Garden coming up, I'm being told. The Battle Royal will go on second. The World Title match will go on sixth. Big flash. And most of the lineup is going to be set after the Battle Royal. I'll kick to the chest there. You know, at least one person's wrestling twice. Probably going to be several people wrestling twice on Monday night. Potentially 3 times, depending on how things fall. Estrada, I think, just trying to get a breather there, and that's probably a smart move. You got Big Nikolai here, 300 pounds plus. Low blow right in front of the referee. And there's the knee drop. Who got the low... Jimmy Valiant won the North American title with the low blow at the Spectrum. Right in front of the referee. So referees are being really lenient as to what does and does not constitute a disqualification. Boot scrape, nicely done there. Nikolai got Estrada now. He's going to throw him over the top. Nope, going to drop him onto the top rope. Went for that knee. That was not good timing on that knee by Nikolai. Estrada was already standing up at that point. Estrada again, getting Nikolai to the floor. And just looked like just trying to Oh, forearm to the back. Headbutt to the shoulder. And then again, that headbutt to the shoulder, elbow drop to the back by Nikolai Volkoff here. Counting at 5. We've already had one count out, guys. I like count out once in a while, but I don't want nothing but count out. Counting at 7. Volkoff's going to get in the ring. Is Estrada going to be able to make it? Counting at 8. 2 count outs in a row, seriously. Counting at 9. Referee slowed his count down. Estrada was making his way back in the ring. Did not make it in time. Oh, man. 2 count outs back to back. Man, I don't mind count outs, but 2 back to back. To close the show, no less. Man. Well, it is what it is. I mean, that's how things work out. Look at the risk you take when you decide you're going to let the CPU run everything. A quote-unquote lackluster match there. It's really hard to argue. That should pretty much guarantee Nikolai in that Battle Royal on Monday night, though, and definitely guarantees to Hoge if not. I've got, looking for 8 guys in this Battle Royal. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 that have won at least one match. No. And one of those is Greg Valentine, who obviously is not going to be in it. So I got out of 14 men who have won at least one match, 8 of them are going to be in that Battle Royal. Pardon me, it's like, let's just do two 8-man Battle Royal and then have a match between the 2 winners. Get everybody in, but that's too much, I think. Anyway, that's what we're looking at here. So, quick recap of the lineup so far. In our opening contest, Chief J Strongbow defeated SD Jones by a pinfall of the Running Bulldog, and after the match, Greg Valentine ran in, asked for a steel cage to be lowered that was hanging above the ring for some reason, ended up getting trapped and beat up by Strongbow. In our second match of the evening, the North American Championship, we have a new champion, Ernie Ladd, the Big Cat, getting the pin with that Oriental Spike, ending Jimmy Valiant's reign in just 7 days. The former North American champion, Ted DiBiase, back on the winning track with a win over Haystacks Calhoun. In the longest match of the show, Iron Sheik with a commission victory over Ivan Putski with the camel clutch. And then in our 2 lackluster main events with lackluster finishes, Pat Patterson with a count-out win over Steve Travis, Nikolai Volkoff with a count-out win over Hoge Estrada. But that leads all roads to Madison Square Garden this coming Monday night. We're going to determine 8 contenders based on win-loss records. Based on win-loss records. I'll get it out. Winner of that Battle Royal getting a shot at the championship held by Greg the Hammer Valentine. And then the other reference you'll see in that action, you'll see Tito Santana, Hoge Estrada, Nikolai Volkoff, SD Jones, Dominic DeNucci, Bob Backlund will be on the card in some capacity. Ivan Putski, Baron Cluna, Teddy DiBiase and Jimmy Valiant will be on the card. The Valiant Brothers in tag team action. Valiant Brothers, all 3 Valiant Brothers will be in action. Like I won't guarantee tag action. Actually, I can guarantee tag team action for Johnny and James. They have not had any single matches. They are not eligible for the Battle Royal. Oh, there you go. But that is it for me for right now, guys. I may do that garden show tonight. May do it tomorrow. It won't be any later than tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys for joining me here. We'll see you next time out.